Hey everybody, Will here from Reilly Auto Parts to show you how to use an air compressor and tire gauge to check and fill your tires. Procedures may vary slightly, so be sure to know the specifics for your compressor and tires before getting started. The first thing you'll want to do is set up your compressor. Make sure it's plugged in and the necessary hose and tire chuck are attached. Next, you'll determine the ideal air pressure for your vehicle's tires. You can typically find the tire pressure recommended by your vehicle's manufacturer in your owner's manual, a service manual, or listed on a sticker in the door jamb or elsewhere on the vehicle. If you've installed custom or aftermarket tires or had them installed, they should always meet manufacturer recommendations. The installer should be able to provide the proper inflation level. Once you've determined the ideal air pressure for your tires, use your tire pressure gauge to determine how much air, if any, your first tire needs. Remove the cap from the valve stem and attach your tire pressure gauge. Check the reading to determine whether or not your tire needs more air, or if air pressure is too high and needs to be released from the tire. If the tire is low, detach the pressure gauge and attach your air compressor hose and air chuck to the valve stem. Press in directly on the chuck until you hear air flowing into the tire through the valve stem. If you hear loud hissing, the chuck and stem aren't coupled properly, and the connection needs to be secured, typically by making sure the chuck is at the same angle as the stem, and that it is adequately pressed in. Monitor your tire's pressure level by adding air for 10 to 20 seconds at a time. Use your gauge in between each time you add air to check the level until the ideal tire pressure is reached. If you overshoot the tire pressure and it is too high, most tire pressure gauges have a pin on the end that can be used to depress the valve stem core and release some pressure from the tire. Other air pressure gauges may have a button that can be pressed to allow air to flow out. Continue checking the air pressure levels as you release air to ensure it doesn't drop too low. Once the tire is at the proper level, reinstall the cap on the valve stem. Repeat these steps for each tire, making sure they all have valve stem caps to prevent slow leaks or flats and to keep road grime out of the valves. And that's it. We hope this video has been helpful, but if you still have questions, we'd love for you to stop by a store, O'ReillyAuto.com, or contact us on social media. We'll see you again soon.